Welcome to Town Head. This is our beautiful barn. We've spent the last year renovating it from top to bottom. We've got a gorgeous bar and a lounge area right next to it. And then as you go in, there's some stairs up and that takes you into the main ceremony space. We've tried really hard to make the most of all of the beautiful features in this barn. So we have all of the stonework. We've used lots of oak on the back wall. We've actually found an old window over here under the stairs as part of the renovation that we didn't know was there. So every time we find a feature, we're really trying to make the most of it just to bring this old building to life. So this is a beautiful lounge area. We've attached it to the bar so you can walk straight through. And this is just a great space for just sitting and chilling, having a chat with your friends and your relatives. So we just made sure it's a lovely, quiet breakout space, but you've still got the gorgeous views outside. So this used to be our old feed room before we did the renovation. So we've put this staircase in. And what this does is just lead you beautifully up to this main barn space upstairs. So it's full of light with the stairwell. We've put a huge big chandelier just shining down the middle. So it just brings you straight up into where you're going to have your ceremony and where you're going to be having your wedding breakfast. So we've tried really hard again to make the most of the features. So the big one in here is the stone. And we've chipped out all of the old mortar. We've really brought it back to life so it just shines. So we've just put the floor lights around and it just washes the stonework in light, so it kind of just becomes really sort of a beautiful intimate space. It's all underfloor heated, so it's going to be warm and toasty even if it's horrible outside. We've also lit the beams so you can turn this ceiling any colour you like. It's on a colour wheel, so if you want to go pink for the evening, you just turn the wheel and you've got a pink ceiling, which is really cool. All the speakers are inbuilt, so if you want to play your own music, you just plug into our system and the sound quality is great. We've also put a high tension wire all the way around the outside of the barn, which makes it really easy to dress. You're not looking for attachment points everywhere. You can pretty much dress it how you want to. This space in here, I love. It has that kind of churchy feel, even though it's a beautiful old barn. So you've got the two aspects, the windows there, and the sun goes right the way around. You can stand in front of that window and just get the most beautiful views over the gardens. You also have a door at the back, so if you want to go for that whole aisle thing, if you want to walk in and walk down the aisle, you've got a perfect way of doing that right down the middle. So the space is really flexible. You can use it just exactly how you want to, just depending on your numbers. So if you're a smaller party up to about 80, you can use this space for your ceremony, and then the larger space can all be laid out ready for your wedding breakfast. If you're up to about 120, then you'd use the larger space for your ceremony, and then we just turn it around for you and you'd use the whole thing for your wedding breakfast. So it's handy, it works either way. Somebody's described this venue as like being a little wedding village, because you've got the barn in the middle and then all of the accommodation just sits around it. So it's just really lovely. You can just pop backwards and forwards. All your family and friends are really close by. So it just makes it feel like a little community for the weekend. So we've made sure that all of these cottages are just absolutely beautiful, top end, individually styled, and they just feel like a real treat if you're coming away for your wedding and you're bringing your family and your friends with you. So everybody wants to feel like they're having a complete treat at your wedding. This is really cozy, really beautiful. It's got underfloor heating, so you're going to be lovely and warm whatever the weather. Put the log burner in, lovely soft furnishings in here. The colours are beautiful. This is the first bedroom in Farm Cottage. We've made sure that every single bedroom is individually styled, so you've got your big feature headboard and that sets the colours for the room. So then we've built everything else around it, like the cushions, the lamps, the pictures on the wall, so every single room is different. Every bedroom has its own bathroom. These are all en suite, so they're all individually styled. This is the middle room here. Again, it's completely differently styled to the first one. Different colour scheme completely, and the bathroom for this bedroom is just across the landing here. And then this is the final bedroom here, and then this has its ensuite just in the corner, but you get beautiful views out the window straight down into the barn. So if you want to go for a lie down or a rest halfway through the wedding day, you've got somewhere that you can literally just pop back to. So just leaving Farm Cottage, the next cottage, which is Barn Cottage, is literally just across the way. This is another 3-bedroom cottage. It's the same number of bedrooms as Farm Cottage, but just a slightly bigger footprint. So this one is brilliant for families. All underfloor heated. It's got all the cool features that Farm Cottage has too, like the inbuilt sound system, but it's also got the best views. So through here and up the stairs is the family room. It's actually my favourite guest room because there's so much space in here. So you've got obviously a double bed, but you've also got a genuine double sofa bed. So you can spread everybody out here. There's plenty of room for air beds, travel cots, and in the bathroom, we made sure that there's a proper bath in there as well as the shower, because trying to bath small children in a shower just doesn't work. So we just made sure that this room is just really beautiful and really user-friendly. So if you're bringing the children away to a wedding, then you've got somewhere for them to be. We've got the family room on the first floor, but also down here on the ground floor, we've got 2 more bedrooms. So we've got a lovely little seating area here, just so if you're waiting for somebody to get ready, you've got somewhere to sit and have a drink while they're putting their makeup on. So down here, we've got one of the guest bedrooms. Again, it's a really beautiful room. The headboards are individually styled and everything else is built around it. So this is the final bedroom in Barn Cottage. So again, it has beautiful views straight over the gardens there. So it's really close to the barn, so it's great for keeping your friends and your family really close if they just want to go back and get things from the cottages. Everything's really close by. And again, it's got a beautiful ensuite bathroom here. This funny little building here used to be an old long drop toilet, an old outside toilet. What we've done is turn it into a gin bar. So we've built the decking around the outside, we've put the hatch in, and so that opens up, and this is basically where you can get really cool gin cocktails, shots, carafes of gin and tonic, Pimm's in the summer, mulled wine in the autumn, all kinds of stuff. So it just means that you can get a drink from there and just make the most of these beautiful gardens, because you can look over the balcony and you're right in the middle of everything. So we're heading down towards the bridal cottage at the end, connected onto the beauty room, and then the east wing. So there's 3 bedrooms in the east wing. Bridal cottage, they both meet together in the beauty room. Bridal cottage has its own little cute entrance and courtyard here. So through this door is the room that I am most excited about in this whole build, because I always think that Christmas Eve is so much more exciting than Christmas Day. So this is your morning of the wedding, full on bling, getting ready, all those beautiful shots with your bridesmaids, hair, makeup, amazing. This room has been designed purely for the getting ready in the morning, you and your bridesmaids. So we've got gorgeous furniture, we've got the full on blingy chandelier, we've got your champagne bucket. Over here's a champagne bar so you can chill with your drinks. Here you've got your makeup stations for all of your bridesmaids. So through here it's the east wing. So we have one downstairs bedroom here, and it's a beautiful room, but it's also great if you had anybody in a wheelchair or with mobility issues. This is completely disability friendly. It's got its own front door to the outside. We're in one of the bedrooms on the first floor in the east wing. So these are gorgeous rooms. Because they're part of the main house, we've styled them completely differently. So rather than have a Lake District cottagey feel, these are more Georgian. So we've put the panelling in the bathroom, we've gone more elaborate on the wallpaper, but they're still really beautiful rooms, and they've got the gorgeous views all the way up to the barn as well. This is the second bedroom on the first floor in the east wing. So again, it's a beautiful big room. It's got the original features like the fireplace and a gorgeous big bathroom with traditional Georgian panelling in there too. From the beauty room, obviously your east wing guests can go down the corridor to their bedroom, but you can also go straight up these stairs into the bridal cottage. So you've got the log burner, you've got beautiful furniture, it's just a perfect size. You've got the views over the gardens, still got the underfloor heating and the inbuilt speakers, but it just really feels like your own little private haven. Just heading up the stairs. This is the bridal bedroom, so this room is absolutely gorgeous. Your wedding has to be all about you as a couple, and we really wanted this room to reflect that. We've got freestanding copper bath here, we've got really beautiful curtains. There's a separate shower room with a big old shower in there, so we just wanted to make it feel really, really special. Something that you might not expect is really cool straight out this door. It's the hot tub! It's like a little getaway, secret space for maybe you and your bridesmaids the night before, looking out at the barn with all the lights on. It's going to be really, really exciting. It's just an amazing space for you to make the most of it. If you carry on walking around the gardens and past the hot tub, eventually you come to the top of the barn here. The best view of the gardens and the barn, and how it all just sits round this willow tree in the middle really is a sort of central feature. We've put so much landscaping in here, like the bandstand, the staircase, so it just brings you through the gardens and up to the barn. It just gives you a really beautiful space that you could have lawn games, you could have drinks. It's also a perfect spot for your photographs, so you can either have the bride walking down these steps, you could have people at the top of the steps over here. Just at the top of the orchard and just along the track from the bridal cottage and the hot tub, you have this old door. Go through and into the kitchen gardens. These gardens, we laid them down in September last year, We really wanted to make some part of the garden a sort of traditional formal garden. So we've edged all of these borders here in traditional slate. We've built the sculpture in the middle. That was Lake's Landscaping actually who built that, and they used all materials that they found here on site, so it's all stone and slate that came from Townhead. This is a lovely place to have your photos taken, to be honest, especially from underneath this arch where eventually these roses will be growing over the top. You get your first glimpse of the lake. So coming down from the archway up here, you could get some beautiful shots that way too, but walking all the way through the gardens, and then you come to the old Victorian glass house. This is a traditional glass house which can be used for some really sort of shabby chic photos. Coming down from the kitchen gardens, past the greenhouse and on our way to the lake, you come past the croquet lawn. It's got a beautiful crabapple tree in the middle. It's really colourful this time of year as well, with all of the bushes out in bloom. So you can use it for garden games, you can use it just for a drink, just to have a wander around, you can use it however you want to. This in so many ways. It's just a gorgeous space to get really close to the lake. You really are on the shores of Lake Windermere. There's half a mile of lake shore here at Townhead, and this is the best bit of it. That you can swim, you can paddle, you can barbecue, you can come down here for drinks the night before your wedding. The sunset's literally opposite there. And the best bit about it, you can even get married here, because the boathouse is actually licensed for weddings, so you could get married literally overlooking the lake. This is the boat house. Overlooking the lake. It's got its own balcony, so you can get right out on the water. It's all warm and light and bright in here. It's underfloor heated, it's beautifully lit, and it's just a really flexible space. You can have a ceremony in here. It's licensed for weddings and civil ceremonies, or you can come down here the night before, have some drinks down here, or have a lake day the day afterwards. Literally stay for an extra day, have a play in the lake. Wedding's done, all of that stress is finished with, you can just sit back and relax. So this is the balcony. You get absolutely stunning views from here. So again, this is just gorgeous for drinks the night before, or your photos. You can have your photographer standing on the end of the jetty and you get beautiful photographs of you two standing on the balcony. We've built this jetty big enough and long enough so it actually fits in some of the boats from Windermere Lake Cruises. Not the Swan that's going past the end of it now, unfortunately, but some of their other boats. The Miss Cumbria, the Miss Lakeland, they can pull in here, and so you can have a cruise around beautiful Lake Windermere as part of your wedding day. The Lakeside Hotel is just here, so your guests can stay really close to Townhead. You can see people paddleboarding past. Our boundary is with Velfoot. You can do all kinds of water sports from Velfoot, sailing, kayaking, paddleboarding, and it goes all the way up to the Langdales in the north. Thank you so much for watching our tour. If you like what you've seen in the video and you're keen to get in touch, drop me a line and I will look forward to welcoming you here at Townhead.